Ramses and Marissa, we have to talk about it. Guys, you know what I'm here to talk about. Love is Blind. Ramses and Marissa. They didn't work out. Who would have thought? They did not work out. In the pods, honeymoon, I thought they would work out. They were all up on each other, lovey-dovey. They seemed to really have an understanding, some type of connection. Whew, you don't know people. We, as the viewers, especially women, we need to learn from other people's mistakes. Watch this show. It's an experiment. And watch it and really try to understand the psychology behind it all. You follow me? So we're going to get into it. This is my thoughts. They move too fast. Women, be careful who you give that cookie to. Be careful. Because she didn't have so fast and so frequently. I think they could have built a bond, a stronger foundation. And I get it, men need sex. But they jumped each other's bones immediately. I don't even think that they waited till the honeymoon. They probably did it before the honeymoon in the bathroom. And it's good and all. They building that chemistry, and I do think that's very important to have that. But I think that's the only foundation that they really had. You know, if we're being honest, I think that's the only thing they were building upon. And I'm going to tell you why. We're going to dissect it. Her feelings, when he broke up with her, the girl was bawling, crying. She couldn't stop crying. It was pretty much like she was begging to make it work. And I'm like, damn, Marissa, don't go out like that. Don't cry. So I get it. I get it. But it's just like, you really don't know people. You have to take your time. They were having differences. She was talking about the army and they had different views on different things. Then it's like the sex situation happened. It was a lot going on. And a person like Ramses, he's in his head a lot. Have you, his head? This is something to be dissected. He's in his head. He was, from the last episode 11, you already seen that he was second guessing it then. He was having second thoughts. And it unfortunately, it didn't work out. I feel really bad. But she was on the floor. But lesson to the ladies. Hold on to the cookie. I get it. This love is blind. You are, quote unquote, engaged, married, about to be married. But you don't know that man. In the pods, they will tell you sweet nothings, blah. But you have to see how things play out. Because at least in the end, if it didn't work, you didn't give up your body and looking crazy on TV. You're just out here crashing out. No. At least you will not be a notch in his belt. Always keep that in mind. Anyways, he always gonna have to think about how that thing smell, how it look, how it tastes. But Marissa, this is why I say, I'm not saying hold off, but I'm saying if you would have took your time, have more conversation, get to know him a little bit more or something, then you guys would have had those talks about politics and sex and win babies and the things that y'all was starting to let heads about. You guys would have did all that before your emotions really get involved and really get attached. Now she's attached. She's a woman. I'm a woman. I know how women are. She's attached. She wanted it to work. Very odd. So we're going to go ahead and watch this together, okay? And really get down to the bottom of it. Well, I didn't see the first time.
Let me tell you.
All right, cool. Let's fast forward.
I understand, like, falling in love is a risk. You're risking heartbreak. I understand that. But last night, I spoke with my niece's mother, with Dallas, and my brother. We had a long conversation about my previous marriage, just talking about this decision. And I learned about things. And I just learned that, like, my ex was hurting much more than I realized after that divorce. And I'm just like, that something may happen, like, where, like, I end up hurting you. Like, I don't like it.
Boom. When a guy tells you that he's scared that he's going to end up hurting you, believe him. Just believe him. Hey, Marissa, I know you want to save it. I know you want him. No, I just know. But believe him. You got to keep it moving. You got to. Because if you continue on, you're going to be the one carrying that relationship. Because he warned you. I'm not trying to hurt you. I get it. You want it bad. A guy, anything less than, I want you, you're the one, I'm going to be with you, is second thoughts. He don't want you. Okay? Let's continue. He said it's a risk. Everything in life is a risk.
It's very nerve-wracking and it's scary and there's a lot of people involved and a lot of feelings involved. But ultimately it's about you and I.
I don't know, after being married and just, like, seeing marriages and, like, hearing from other married people, like...
She was speaking facts. It's only about you and I. Once somebody's mind is made up, there's nothing you can do really to change a person's mind. He's like, I'm seeing other people's marriages. I'm thinking about da. He is frightened. This is a guy that he's been married before. So he does have quite a bit of baggage because marriage is a big deal. It's not like, oh, I had a relationship before that didn't work out. I had a marriage. Marriage involves contracts. Marriage involves money. So when it doesn't work and you get divorced, that involves lawyers. That involves money. That involves things that a lot of people just, want to, like, all right. Not saying that I'm on his side because I just think it is messed up. He got on the show, he got what he wanted, and he's dipping, right?
I think like love alone is like enough. Like there needs to be other things that are also working.
Love alone is not enough. I agree. Love is not enough. It's not. I don't care what nobody say. And I want to believe love is enough. Love is not enough. And more so where I come from, where love is not enough, it's like if a person loves you, but it's like disrespect, that is not enough. But that's not what they're talking about. But
that comes together. Like love is super important, but it's just how like incredible bond we have. Like this connection is amazing, but it's just like there like certain that like they can't around. Like the things that you, especially when it comes to like this, when it comes to living together, so like just spending their day to day together, like that's like crazy important. That's the thing that like potentially if it's not working well, it can like potentially bind us down over time.
There's more than love here. I haven't loved the person that I've been seeing, like especially yesterday. But we talked about that. We talked about you needing your space. You have to like to understand what you need and like try to meet. This marriage is a promise of commitment. And with commitment comes the responsibility of like getting whatever we gotta get through. I'm promising to go through life with you forever. Because I do think we'll be great together. I do think.
I hate when Netflix start to play that sad, music, making you think that, okay, he's fine. Things, the conversation is going to turn around. It doesn't.
My emotions always follow my feelings. And like, I think love is important.
But
my feelings are telling me to move forward, but like, that's caused me to make some like wrong decisions.
Ramses is dealing with some issues stemming from his past, and it sucks because it's just like you could want it so bad, but if a person is scared of the past and resonating the past with the present, the future, it's just to make something like that work. It's nothing that she can do. It's nothing that she can say. It just is what it is. Even if they continued and they moved on right now, he's going to do this again and have second thoughts. So it's probably best for Marissa to just be like, I bet. And before it goes deeper,
come back to this moment and be like, why was I led by my feelings? I've told myself time and time again, like, don't be like completely by feelings. Like, I need like more logical about my reasoning. And so like, I gotta get to that point where I'm like,
Interesting. Logic versus feelings. Y'all drop down in the comments. What would you do? Are you going with your logic or are you going with your feelings? When it comes to like us like this, like love and relationships and dating and stuff, are you going with love or are you going logic? The L or the L. Love, logic. Fuck it. Like, I get it, but
I'm just like, fuck, I did it again. Like, I fucked up again.
You're making a mistake.
Now, after again, having conversations, like, there might have been moments or things I was brushing aside, wasn't giving the priority to that I should have because they are important.
Okay, so she says she has nothing tangible to work with, meaning like you're giving me nothing. Like, what was about? That's what she's saying. He has no reason. This is just, it's no reason at that point. Like, what is it? He says it's the living quarters. Living with her. Could he see himself living with her? Let's continue.
Is your energy gonna be too much for me, or is it gonna like make me?
That is her energy too much. So Ramsay seems like chill, laid back dude, and Marissa from the jump, we all know she was like a energy. And I even said in my I think it was like the first review of Love Is Blind, I said Marissa's a lot of energy. Like, I don't know if me personally I can handle it. I think she's a doll though. But now he's having second thoughts after he got the draws. Let's just keep that in mind.
It's gonna be like too much for me, and it was great. Like, it was fine. Like, everything else, but like here and every day, like with you bringing work, you bring just like day-to-day like stresses or whatever. There's so much going on, and I feel like I didn't have a moment to really like for my like it's not you, like it's me. It's the thing. Like it's like you're just wrong with you. It's like it felt amazing. Like it felt like I loved feeling your energy. Like,
that's what every guy feels. They love the energy and stuff like great.
Boom. My thoughts on that. He loved everything in the pods. Everything was great. He was getting to know you. That was the getting to know you process. But like I said in the beginning of this video, that's great. Continue to get to know a person. But as soon as they seen each other, they jumped right in the bed. Everyone's not going to agree with me. I feel like men might not agree with me. But as a woman, knowing women, I don't think it's logical to hop in the bed right away. Yes, I'm not no angel or anything. And I'm saying, oh, your body is a temple. It is a prize too. And you do not know this man. You could have saved you a lot more heartache, pain, if you just take your time to get to know him. That is not the main reason. This is not why he's breaking up with her. I'm just saying it would have spared her feelings to just really get to know him a little bit. Who took their time? I think Garrett and Taylor took their time. I think they took their time. I don't know, Tyler and Ashley. I don't know if they did like immediately, but they of course did it, but maybe not so like, OMG. She's like, it is times where I could sit down, relax, chill. No, be you. At the end from this conversation, what she did not know at that moment is that it's not going to work. be willing to let it go. Like, I know it's gonna hurt, but it's someone that's out there for Marissa that's gonna love her ball of energy. So it's no need to downplay who you really are. This is who you are. You are an energetic person, and someone may need that. But Ramses is denying you. You should not downplay who you are to make a man happy. When it comes to a trait like that, if it comes to something like negative, something that you do need to change, yeah, okay. Or your personality and it's a great trait, that's you. No need to calm that down. Because you're going to be walking on pins and needles, wondering, oh, is this affecting him? Is this making him second guess? No, you want the guy that's all in for you. And that's it. Let him be all in for you. That's who you want. You don't ever have to second guess that. And that's just on period, okay? Let's go.
I can't use you. You already know your mind. Like, you already know.
They haven't lived it, but he's also not willing to take the chance.
Because, like, Ramsay, it's clear that you need to, like, live with him for a long time.
It would have been fine within enough time, just like connected or have a
I
conversation.
You know, okay, so another thing is what I'm seeing is basically he spoke to his family. He's been married before. His ex was really hurt by the divorce. He does not want to hurt somebody again, quote unquote. That's his excuse, which I don't necessarily feel like it's just that. I do feel like it's another underlying issue, but we'll play devil's advocate and we'll just say yes, whatever, that's that. My whole thing is sometimes when things like this happen, you know, Marissa's out there, women out there, even some men too. Like, it happens to men. You have to be confident in yourself and just know this is divine intervention and that this isn't for me. And do you really want a guy that is second guessing you? Do you really want a guy that he goes and he has a conversation with whoever, family, and he just decides, nah, I can't do it? Your mind changes that easily because you're talking to a family member. Like, no, really not. So it's okay. To the Marissas out there, let it go.
How can I feel so sure and you're not, you know, want someone to be sure about me?
Aw.
So I'm so
Look at her. Look at the face. Look at her.
I did. We bonded. At the end of the day,
Boom. You gotta watch what people say. I did. He did not say I do. He said, I did love your energy. I did. He's done. He's talking in past tense. He said, I did. And it's okay. You know, she was her true self, as should continue to be. I don't think anything was wrong with her. She's beautiful. She's ambitious. And somebody will see that.
we couldn't tell like what exactly that would look like in person.
But baby, you just might want to slow it down. Because usually when you start so high, you start and, you know, full, it's just like have left. You know, start this high is nowhere to go but lower. Like, would you gonna go higher and higher? And, you know, as she say, she in law school, she's trying to go, you know, to school and work and home. It's just like, goes back low. So maybe like start and build up from there. That's just with people in general. Even if it's not sex, it's just if it's anything, building a foundation. I need to drink some water. Even if it's building a foundation, you want to start off kind of. If you start here, oh my goodness, I'm so infatuated. It's a lot. All right, continue.
You go from like how we were like
2 days.
Like left inside then.
the worst day of my life.
Each other a hug though. That's cute. I wouldn't give a hug. This is real, guys. This is not what's it called? She is crying her eyes out. You gotta be careful with the men like Ramses. Everybody, you know, comments and everything like that. Everybody want to call this man gay. Everybody want to say something about Ramses or whatever, and I'm just like, nah, the ones that you have to be careful about because you will end up falling. You will neglect it. Aww. Is he crying? She said, "This is the worst heartbreak ever." This is why I say, ladies, it's a slippery. This is being taped. It's on TV. I think he honestly just. Aw. Aw. I feel really bad.
Come to I feel insane in his head. No. I didn't see it.
To come through, rip his head off. Yeah. She is really crying, guys. She is crashing out. That's the ring. All right. So she's like, "This is the worst heartbreak ever." Just 2 days ago, you know, picking out our song and blase blah, blindsided. I really feel bad for her. I do. But you know, one of the most vital things in you gotta be with someone that you are able to talk about anything to. Like, you have to be able to talk about the hard stuff. Clearly, it wasn't it. Now let's talk about sex. Now, can we say that this was only about sex? He kind of just was like, the sex thing that was said in the last episode, we could actually go ahead and dissect that too. So this was episode 11. Let's go to episode, was it 9 or 10? We're just going to go to 9 and then we'll go to 10.
What is it about Marissa that is so? Because there are tons of men that are infatuated with my daughter.
And I think with personality, it's like
I know that
something I wanted in my life was someone who was like fun and playful. But the way we think, like the way we like approach topics, our communication style is like very like she doesn't allow things to like fester. I mean, we had a moment, and I stepped away. Like she was like, "Don't touch me." Like I need. Yeah, she was like, "Don't touch me." And like I was like, "That's fine." Like her moments like feel the feelings, just let her know like I was there for her. But yeah, I'm glad we had that moment because it was all like glossy and beautiful and Cabo and pods, but like I didn't know that this wasn't just like I do want you in my life. Like you're someone I see like this really like people marriage and like longevity. At the end of the day, you see me for like who I am, and I feel like you feel the same way. That like I see
like
you.
Very understood.
Yeah.
Mom, it's been.
I don't know because saying the right things, but I mean, like he was all in. Okay, we're gonna go to the next scene. Okay, guys, I'm back and I'm on episode 9 of season 7, and I had to go back watch it because I don't really be 100% into it when I'm watching it. It'll be in the background playing. But what I gathered from this, they just came from seeing the mother. She says like, "Babies, what if we have it sooner?" He's like, "Whoa, like, where is this coming from?" He, already reservation number 1. Then they start talking about birth control. It's another thing that I wanted to address. You do not know this man. Immediately, you're having sex with him unprotected. That's another thing. We have to keep in mind that this is a TV show. This is not necessarily 100% the real world. This wouldn't happen in the real world. Meet people in the real world and go behind pods. This is a TV show. And the fact that it's season 7 and not season 1, where season 1, you don't even know what to expect. This is season 7. So we get to see so many episodes and seasons of people acting a fool and not even getting married. So you have to keep that in the back of your mind and understand that at any given moment, this is not guaranteed. So you can be all in, but still have a pinky toe out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just fell hard. She's a lover girl. The family, and she's like, so how about having baby sooner? She's all in. Meanwhile, if you do read Ramses' body language, which you can't, when you're in the moment as a woman, sometimes you can't do that. I'm a Virgo, so I can. I'll be reading into everything. You blink wrong. I'm like, mental note. Like, I see it though. I see it. Because you always gotta be ready. Because everyone has free will and nothing. You do not want to be walking around with a broken heart. All right, cool.
I mean, do it if it's gonna like affect you in terms of like just your health and like your mood. I don't know, condoms or something.
Like that's what I go with. I think.
Do you enjoy condom sex?
Yeah.
Really?
Sometimes.
But I don't. Like, if I wear one, it's just not.
Like.
Woo, woo. Gotta say. That's all I gotta say. I think all of his reservations. I'll tell you why. All of Ramses' reservations started right there. You gotta remember, he don't know him. So 3 weeks is a lot to just think about babies, and we talking about raw sex and condoms. These are big topics. And from what I gather, it's kind of a little bit, I wouldn't say it's manipulation. It's something, all right, well, I want to use condoms. He don't want to use condoms. If we don't use condoms, we'll deal with the consequence of what happens if we go raw. And it's like, oh, got it. Another thing, we starting here. I told you about starting here. If now start anything here, this is always the expectation. You cannot go here, then go there. You cannot start sex the first time, no condom, and then be like, let's put the condom on. Somebody has a reservation, wasn't the one.
What?
No, I'm just thinking through it. Yeah, but so I definitely like doing things that you don't want to do. Enjoyable.
Here's the pressure. I don't.
Sounds good. You do what you do, but
That's all I gotta say. I don't got much to say about that. It's just all right, so let's go to the next part. All right, cool. All right, so next episode.
Back and you're.
All right, cool.
I'm concerned.
Yeah. Makes me worried that we had one conversation last night that like got you in your head.
There's just things that we had discussed before in the pod. Last night, it felt like things were like shit.
Another thing too, Ramses. He was always in his head. He was in his head a lot. I don't know his attachment style just yet. I don't know what it is, but he's in his head a lot. I don't know. That's not a secure attachment style though. And he's in his head a lot, and it's just like, goddamn, you overthink a lot.
Like what specifically?
You were like,
How as a woman can you be 100% safe with a man that always thinks, and 1 minute he feels that way and then feels that way,
from like the 5 that we spoke about to like sooner. It's kind of like anything else.
Imagine things will change over.
Things will change.
What I have to say about Marissa is that she was too all in, and you know, first 12 days. I think this was 12 days.
Big things, important things. It's like we're like really thinking about.
It's good. It's all good. It's fine. Here's the bathroom.
You just need a moment.
I'm in the bathroom.
Oh,
I am. What do you make?
thanks. Chili crunch.
This is what I'm telling you. The guys that crash out. Relationships crash out too. Not just people, but relationships. And I'm telling you, when the spark is too fiery and doing too much and not enough of this, the crash out. You have the chemistry, but do you have the compatibility? You have all the chemistry, connection in the world, all you want. You can have that chemistry, but if you're not compatible, how can it work? Not compatible. I hate to break it to you. She wants this, that. You know what I'm saying? Let's out. She wants a kid in 2 years. He wants a kid in 5 years. She want to have protected sex with a condom. He sex raw dog. Okay? He want it raw. He wants it raw. She's ready to deal with the consequences if they continue to do a raw dog. He's not. They have different political views on the world and army this, army that. He's against the army. Let's continue.
Why are you looking at me?
Because you're like terrible at hiding like
I'm
the
not.
facts in your head.
I'm not.
Well, I know.
Well, especially, I do understand like your concern there, and like they're valid. It's also at the same time like I'm I have a severe vitamin D deficiency and the PMS, and like just the fact that I'm like going back and forth from Baltimore, I feel like shit today. I don't want it to be something where you're like not because I am a sick person.
I'm willing to like work these things with you.
I just like assume like you're sick. Like I wish I didn't have to explain why.
I mean, I like brought it up now.
Girl, been done right there. That's just me. Cause you mean to tell me you catching a temper tantrum or passive aggressiveness? Like, I don't.
It's just a lot of times before the wedding, and I'm not saying that that's gonna be like you don't think it'll be an issue. Like I'll never like place where like you force to do anything. Like I don't need you to like feel the pressure to try to prove anything or like try to be like.
Yeah, before you walk down the aisle, are you gonna be expecting to see something?
This part of the experiment wasn't really important for me because it's where we like make sure that we actually do have physical intimacy, like, affection and everything that like, I desire in marriage. And so like
Your
that's like if I get married, like that's it. Like, I'm not like I don't want to with anyone else. I just want to make sure it's 100. Like it's that there's no like these starting colors like it's great, and then now obviously you're deeper in flat, so it doesn't look like this.
What I gather from it is I don't think that necessarily with Ramses that it was only about sex. I think it was about affection too. Like, oh, he wants some type of affection, something of reassurance. I guess maybe, she's sick, she's traveling, she's in school. She has a lot on her plate. I wouldn't suggest somebody come on the show if they're in school. But she has a lot, and then you're filming, and she don't want to be touched. She probably, her own world. She got studies, she got this, she got that. And he's like, dang, like, it's going to be like this? Like, yeah, that's what I said. It starts off hot and heavy in Cabo, and then it just, he's not wrong, she's not wrong. It's just a compatibility thing. And sometimes it's just communication. And they are communicating, but I don't think they're necessarily coming up with solutions.
I got petty because it feels like a time to get
One just things like like be an issue for me.
Yeah.
I was having like when I
rejected my own.
maybe a little. Like I would respect that. Like if that's not something that you want, or like I want to come off as this. Like I know. I'm just like
Let's play the sad music.
My head's a mess, heavy in my chest. You feel
Hey.
To Tim.
So
Get married.
yeah, I do feel I'm good. Like I'll have those nerves, but then I'll see.
So, all right. So, I mean, go to the next episode, but I'm like love out right now is in conclusion to this, because I know in the next episode that I'm not about to go ahead and watch with you guys, but they're in front of the friends and something else. My analyst analyzing Ramses and Marissa is you move too damn fast. Okay, you did not know the man, and it happens to the best of us, and that's okay. Things happen, and there will be somebody for you. You don't want someone that's questioning consistently, is he for you? Because the guy that really wants you, it don't matter. He gonna make it work. It don't have to be logical. It doesn't have to be rational. He just feels good around you. He likes you. Yes, I get it. Love is not enough, but he will still, and that's it. That is analyst. That's me analyzing Love is Blind, Marissa, and Ramses. We gotta do better, okay? We gotta do better. But shit happens, and it's okay. All right. Let me know what you guys think. Were they supposed to be together? What do you think about the breakup? Was he right? Was he wrong? Do you think they moved too fast? Everyone's moving fast, but do you think it was infatuation? What do you think? All right, I'm out, guys. Deuces.